Today really is all about meditation. I want to give you a little bit of some information regarding meditation and some ideas to really help you make it your own. I want to give you a positive meditation experience. I want to make sure that it's also a relaxing one. So you will continue to practice this actually every day, and hopefully it will be something that you come to love. I know meditation at first can seem really intimidating, maybe scary. It could feel a little bit weird. You know, for a lot of people, their first meditation experience might not be a good one. And usually when something isn't a good experience, you tend not to do it again. So when it really comes to meditation, it's so much more than just sitting with your legs crossed, eyes closed, and doing your owns, right? There's so much more than that. And you can bring meditation into so many things that you do. And one thing that's really important when you go to meditate, creating your own space, really setting the mood. Me personally, I love to light some incense. I also do Palo Santo. When I have sage, I do like to do a little bit of sage as well. The sage and the Palo Santo actually helps clear the negative energy, and it also makes you feel more tranquil and calm. It helps calm your emotions as well. So I really enjoy the scents. I've gotten to a point where I like to listen to some meditation music as well. I just go onto Spotify and just pull up a meditation playlist and I let it go. I honestly started at around 5 minutes. I would, yes, close my eyes and I would really focus on my breathing. That is what I found worked for me. Initially, I really wasn't able to do that. My mind really races a lot. So it's very hard for me to just sit. It was very hard for me to just sit still and, you know, focus on my breathing. So one thing that's really important when you go to do meditation, whatever type of meditation you do at first, you know, take it easy on yourself. Don't really judge your experiences. If it's a good one, great. If it's a bad one because you keep having these thoughts come in and you end a little bit early, that's okay too. You really just kind of want to go with the flow when it comes to things like that. Also, don't overanalyze your breathing. You don't want to get too wrapped up if you're going too fast, too slow. It's really just more about breathing in, breathing out. For me, it was easy to do in for 4 through my nose, out through 6 through my mouth. Sometimes I make noise, sometimes I don't. I just really kind of focus on my breath. Sometimes I'll picture my lungs. It's easy to kind of focus on taking the air into your lungs and then letting it go out. That's something that helps to kind of calm your thoughts. If you do find that your thoughts do keep racing in your mind, just, you know, kind of let them play and then let it pass. Don't start beating yourself up because you find you can't focus. Initially, that's going to happen, and that's okay. You also want to recognize that sometimes you might feel a little discomfort. You might not be able to sit still. You'll notice that all of a sudden that everything on your body starts to itch, or something starts to twitch, or maybe you felt like something landed on you and you feel like you have to move. So this is where it gets really hard initially if you are just going to kind of sit and do a meditation. That's something that you'll have to focus on and then let it pass. For me, what would always happen is my face would get really itchy. And right under my lip would also, it's like I could, all of a sudden I could just feel the hair, those little blonde hairs on your face like tickle my lip, and it still does it. Sometimes I have to blow like that because it itches, it tickles. I gotta get it away. So, but you know, I don't beat myself up about it. Also too, if it's something hard for you to stick to a schedule, get a partner. That's one of my goals with this class, or I should say group meditation, I guess we could call it, is so that way we can come together. So a couple of things that you can do in lieu of just sitting with your eyes closed and focus on your breathing. Eventually you might want to try it and you might like it. I actually can sit and do it for about 12 minutes right now. So I like to set a timer on my phone with a nice calming bell to let me know that, okay, time is up. But if that's not something that you want to try initially, just focus on mindfulness and being in the moment. So say, for example, maybe you like to go to the gym. Maybe you really like to work out. You'll notice that when you do work out, maybe you're always thinking about problems or you've always got some things on your mind. One thing you can do is really to get that mind-muscle connection is imagine what the exercise you're doing physically, imagine it in your mind and just focus on that. And really being mindful in the moment. And you can do this when you eat. You can do this when you drive, when you shower. I mean, anytime throughout the day, as long as you're being mindful. It's about really controlling your thoughts and controlling your mental state. That is what meditation is about. And being mindful also, do it while you're driving. You don't necessarily have to play the radio. Just kind of sit in silence and focus on driving the car. Another thing you can do is focus on words. Like, say if maybe you want to feel more powerful, you can focus on the words, I am powerful. And you can just sit there and focus on those words. Maybe I am loved, you can focus on I am loved, and you can bring in that loving meditation. Something you can do if you're pretty busy during the day, just take in some intentional breathing when you're on the job. Maybe you get a quick moment, just focus on your breath. Do 4 in, 6 out, and just do that for 30 seconds, a minute, however long you get to do it. Just be intentional about it. You can also meditate or do the same thing while you wait. I find now that a lot of us in our busy time, we do the hurry up and wait. So fill that space and fill it with, intention, and put your intention behind it. So that way you just don't feel like you're sitting and wasting that time. Use it to meditate. Like I mentioned earlier, you can also put it into your schedule. So if you really like that routine, schedule it and then do everything else around that. So that way, first thing in the morning, you get up, you exercise, you meditate. 1, 2, 3. That's what you do. So then that way, no matter what, every day you're going to get to it in the morning. So another good thing to do is to have a gratitude journal. And with a gratitude journal, you can just write one thing that you're grateful for every day and just really think about that moment. It's really about being intentional, controlling your thoughts, controlling your emotions. It's about not letting your mind control you in that situation. You're saying, no, I'm taking control and we're just going to sit in silence for a minute, or I'm going to focus on this instead of, focusing on 19 things at once. I think with women, we have 80 tabs open, just like that dreaded internet tab that everybody opens all those tabs on. I think that's how our brains work. So one thing with being mindful and the meditation is it really kind of calms you, and it allows that to your mind to take a break, essentially, outside of sleep.